But the biggest moment was yet to come. Last weekend, after tying the knot, Chris walked his bride up the aisle, the hardest but most miraculous steps of his life. What's going through your head?
I'm not thinking about really anything else other than just like trying to enjoy the moment and just making sure I execute on every single step.
For more of this incredible video, go to the People TV app. It's proof miracles can happen.
Now Peter and John went up together into the temple at the hour of prayer, being the 9th hour. And a certain man lame from his mother's womb was carried, whom they laid daily at the gate of the temple. This man is lame from his mother's womb. And they lay him at the gate of the temple so he can ask alms. Who, seeing Peter and John about to go into the temple, asked an alms. And Peter, fastening his eyes upon him with John, said, Look on us. And he gave heed unto them, expecting to receive something of them. Then Peter said, Silver and gold have I none, but such as I have give I thee. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, rise up and walk. And he took him by the right hand and lifted him up, and immediately his feet and ankle bones received strength. And he leaping up stood and walked and entered with them into the temple, walking and leaping and praising God. Now this is a miracle. What happened to this football player was a misdiagnosis of his doctors. Are you listening? He simply went through some rehabilitation, and he's beginning to get some connections and beginning to be able to use his body again. But to call it a miracle? No, friends. This is a miracle. And he, leaping up, stood and walked and entered with them into the temple, walking and leaping and praising God. And all the people saw him walking and praising God, and they knew that it was he which sat for alms at the beautiful gate of the temple. And they were filled with wonder and amazement at that which had happened to him. And as the lame man which was healed held Peter and John, all the people ran together unto them in the porch that is called Solomon's, greatly wondering. And when Peter saw it, he answered unto the people, You men of Israel, why marvel ye at this, or why look so earnestly on us, as though by our own power or holiness we have made this man to walk? The God of Abraham and of Isaac and of Jacob, the God of our fathers, hath glorified his Son Jesus, whom you delivered up and denied him in the presence of Pilate when he was determined to let him go. But you denied the Holy One, the just, and desired a murderer to be granted unto you, and killed the Prince of Life, whom God hath raised from the dead, whereof we are witnesses. And in his name, through faith in his name, hath made this man strong, whom you see and know. Yea, the faith which is by him hath given him this perfect soundness in the presence of you all. You see, today what's being called miracles is not miracles at all. What man can do, what doctors can do, what rehabilitation can do, what science can do, that's not miracles. Are you listening? Bill Gates' vaccines, that's not miracles. I just read to you a notable miracle, folks. A real miracle. A true miracle. So this is Chris Norton's website, and Chris Norton Motivation. There's no mention in this whole website about Jesus, the Bible, and yet it does talk about faith. That's really interesting to me. Why Chris Norton mentions faith, but no mention of Jesus or the Bible. Okay? So this is someone right now that's making, in fact, it's trending #1 right now on YouTube. And you don't see anything at all about Jesus. Now, anybody that's truly born again and has received a miracle from God or even healing from God is going to give God the glory, right? No mention at all. It's about perseverance. It's about getting knocked down and standing up, the power to stand. This is the kind of thing today that's taking over even the worldly church, the charismatic church, being called miracles, and it's not miracles at all. Okay? And I looked through this whole website. I don't see one word, not even nothing. And he's trying to make money off. He's got books that he's coming out with here, Finding the Power to Stand. Okay? So look at what it says. The power of faith when tragedy strikes. What faith is he talking about? Because it's obviously has nothing to do with the Bible, has nothing to do with the faith of Jesus Christ. So what is this faith? But this is the new agey kind of faith that's coming today, folks. This is a strong delusion, because the world today would look at this and say, oh, this is a miracle. No, this is science. This is medical. This is man's work. This has nothing to do with God's power. All right? And that's not to take away from all the hard work that Chris did do, and not to take away from even the technology or take away from hospitals or doctors, okay? It all has its place. But as far as to call it a miracle, no, that's a fraud. This is not a miracle. This is not a miracle.